Hola, hola Palmira, Mauricio, ¿cómo
Hola,
están?
¿qué
¿Cómo?
Hello,
andamos?
teacher. Good afternoon.
Hola, good afternoon. Ayer nos abandonó, ¿verdad? No
I'm
se
so
crea,
sorry.
tenía un compromiso, ya vimos, ¿verdad? Qué bien.
I I had an important thing for my mother, so
I know.
I
Okay.
took her to her home.
Ah,
Sorry.
ok, that's great, that's good. Muy bien. Ahí está que Mauricio estuvo haciendo todo solo,
Sí.
¿verdad?
Abandonó.
Todo solo.
I'm so sorry, Maui.
Solo, ¿verdad? Se quedó. Bien, pero pues Mauricio le va, no, pues ya estuvo casi en la mayor, en algún parte, porque ya lo demás, pues mi recuerdo iba a decir que Mauricio le diga que vimos, pero pues casi estuvo viendo todo. Yesterday, remember yesterday we started talking about no, the day before yesterday, we started with a simple past tense or past continuous, o ayer, ya no
Sí.
me acuerdo, sí, creo, sí. Estuvimos viendo, pues ya recordamos el día de ayer de pasadita los malos hábitos de habits of bad drivers. Ya los vimos, ¿verdad? Cuando pues hacemos estas cosas que no debemos de hacer, ¿verdad? Estuvimos hablando sobre los car parts que ya se lo sabían muy bien. Ok, sí, se fue hasta que estábamos escuchando, hasta que escuchamos esto, ¿verdad? Completaron esto ambos, me parece, y al final se fue cuando estábamos aquí, que vimos pues que el past continuous, ¿verdad? Lo formamos con was, so, where, and the present participle. The words when and while are often used in sentences that contrast continuing and completed actions. Y estuvimos viendo pues cómo preguntábamos, cómo hacemos las respuestas cortas, ¿verdad? Y nos decía que the past continuous shows an action that continued during a period of time in the past, while the simple past tense shows an action that occurred and then ended. Vean que esto continúa, es como cuando estamos, ayer me comentó Mauricio sobre un accidente, car accident que tuvo, comenzamos narrando, I was driving carefully, I was driving slowly, I was driving. Iba manejando, usamos el past continuous. When suddenly, de repente, algo sucede y usamos el past simple, ¿verdad? It was raining when she had the accident. Combinamos ambos. I was going too fast when I hit the other car. Vimos algunos de estos ejemplos. She was talking on the phone when the storm began. Or while I was living in Chile, I got married. Vean cómo combinamos, ¿verdad? Continuous action, then completed action. Lo hacemos con el pasado, pero también vimos que podemos tener ambos. The past continuous also describes two continuing action in the same period of time. While she was driving, pues mientras ella iba manejando, her husband was reading the newspaper. We have to continue action. Esto nos lo hizo muy bien Mauricio. Solo, también él solo contestó este ejercicio con el pasado continuo y el simple past. I had, pasado simple. I had an accident. I was driving slowly and I thought I was paying attention. The problem was that I was waiting for an important phone call. When the cell phone rang, I just answered it. All of a sudden, the car in front of me stopped and I hit it. I certainly learned my lesson. Luckily, I was wearing a seatbelt when I had the accident. Vimos cómo aquí combinábamos tanto el pasado continuo como en el simple past y cuando lo hacemos de una forma y cuando de otra. Pero hoy tenemos este ejercicio del simple past or past continuous que también es lo mismo como ahorita estos ejemplos que vimos. Look, completamos este Palmira. I nos dan play. volleyball with Mary when you, y nos dan call. ¿Qué estaba haciendo usted? ¿Qué estaba haciendo?
I was playing volleyball with Mary when you call me.
Vean, súper sencillo. I was playing volleyball with Mary when you call me. Pero veamos, Mauricio, continuamos con con el number 2 y nos dan have.
Espérame un poquito, teacher, que me voy manejando.
No se preocupe, no queremos que pase algo. Palmira. Tom.
Yes. Tom.
Long. Aquí está mal escrito. Hair está mal.
Tom had long hair and beard when he was at the university.
Ok, siempre pasa. Tom had. ¿Qué? Hair. Es higher, pero aquí está mal escrito. Tom had a long hair and beard when he was at the university. But look, we have one more example. Todo ahora es para Palmira.
What did you bring your umbrella? Why did you bring your umbrella?
Nos dan it, rain. Why
When
bring your umbrella? Vea que es
my
pregunta.
goodness.
Bien. Aquí también es pregunta. Why did you bring your umbrella? ¿Cómo lo hacemos con el pasado continuo? Why did you bring your
It was raining.
¿Cómo?
Was it raining when you left home?
Very good. Was it raining when you left home? Vean que ambas son preguntas. ¿Por qué trajiste tu sombrilla? ¿Estaba lloviendo cuando saliste de casa? Muy bien. Was it raining? Así hacemos la pregunta. Was it raining when you left home? Luego nos dan otro más y nos dice not to work. When my boss walked in the office, I was on Facebook.
I wasn't working when my boss walked in the office. I was on Facebook.
Ok, y eso pues como que a veces pasa, ¿verdad? I wasn't working when my boss walked in the office. I was on Facebook. Tenemos otra más y nos dice walk, meet, as I in the street.
I was walking in the street of Holland. I met an old friend of mine.
Conocí, dice, as I was walking in the street of Holland. ¿Qué es el as I was walking? Es ¿cómo lo interpretamos? Como iba o cuando iba, when I was walking, ¿verdad? As I was walking, o mientras iba while I was walking in the streets of Holland. Es como mientras, cuando, como estaba. Así lo interpretamos. As I was walking in the streets of Holland, I met. ¿Qué es el I met? An old friend of mine.
The past simple of met,
Dice,
encontrarse.
de a una amiga. An old friend of mine. Pero tenemos otro más y nos dice, my brother, me to the airport yesterday.
My brother took me to the airport yesterday.
Ok, aquí va a ser simple past. Vean, past continuous, simple past. Otro ejemplo más.
She was dancing when she hurt her ankle.
Ay, anda con todo Palmira.
The baby was sleeping when the telephone rang.
Bien, súper sencillísimo. Pero ya déjele una a Mauricio. Si es que puede.
He was driving.
Ah, ok. He's driving right now.
Yes, exactly.
We have a question.
He's driving. I thought.
Palmira.
Yes. What did you do this time yesterday?
A ver. What
What were you doing? Oh, what were you doing? Okay.
this time yesterday? ¿Qué estabas haciendo a esta hora ayer? What were
I was asleep,
I was asleep. ¿Estaba qué?
despierto.
Ok, aquí está al contrario, ¿verdad? Está ya dormido. Vean, era todo lo que nos faltaba de este tema que está, bueno, yo lo veo sencillo, no sé ustedes, también ustedes, porque obviamente les he dicho que son súper buenos estudiantes. Ayer casi nos quedó pendiente estos, nada más estos ejercicios sobre simple past or past continuous, cualquiera de los dos o ambos, ¿verdad? Combinados. Mixed, mixed ambos o fixed ambos. Mixed both of them. Sencillísimos. Entonces, ¿qué más vamos a hacer hoy? Un último, the last exercise. ¿Ahí dónde estaba? No sé. Me tapa esto. Bien, en esta parte nos dice past simple, past continuous, pero aquí nos viene más el past perfect. Vamos a ver cuándo queda. Y tenemos 20. Interprétenlo. Vamos a tener. Mauricio sigue.
It was Sunday afternoon.
A ver, otra vez.
It was Sunday afternoon. I was watching a cookery program on TV when I
Realized.
realized how hungry I was. But of course I was hungry. I hadn't eaten anything since lunch. Your turn, Mauri.
And I. Is Mauricio's turn.
Yes.
And I ran. ¿Puedo poner las opciones? And I
Dice, I had eaten since lunch and I are raised in the morning.
was running a race.
Was running? Okay. This,
I think he's wrong, but okay, let's continue.
okay.
Biscuits. Number 5. Oh, I think on number 4 is I had one.
Run.
I had run a race. Yes, había corrido la mañana.
Morning.
Yes.
¿Qué más?
Biscuit. Biscuit.
I thought.
I thought.
I thought. Yes, yo pensé. My mother gave a jar of delicious homemade biscuits.
Okay, continuamos.
I went into the kitchen, opened the first one, opened the fridge and
Was pouring.
no, the past tense is poured
Poured some
some milk in a big glass. Then your turn, Mauri, number 10.
Looked.
looked. ¿Qué más? I looked for the kitchen chair, but it
Wasn't there.
there. Somebody had taken it. No, was somebody had taken
Somebody
Took it away.
took it away. But what do you think, Maureen? Number 12.
Took.
took. Okay. And there were
And there were no biscuits in the biscuit jar. Somebody. Number 13. Somebody ate.
Had eaten.
Had eaten. Yes, had eaten. Somebody los había comido.
had eaten.
Yes.
Had eaten or ate?
Ate.
Ate. Okay. I was sure.
I was sure. I was sure I
was putting the jar.
put. No, I think put. Yo estaba seguro de que los había puesto en la jarra.
They and
I had eaten the first one. Yes. No, yes, that one. Had eaten only one cookie. It was very strange. A few minutes later, I drank.
had drunk, or was drinking.
Drunk.
I was drinking, no?
No, because it says a few minutes later.
Sí, pero luego dice, luego hay un buen acá, entonces se ocupa el...
Oh, yes, it's perfect. Past perfect. Had drunk. No, was drinking.
Was
Yes,
drinking.
was drinking. Sorry, teacher, I'm so sorry. Was drinking my glass of milk when I heard
Heard.
a loud noise coming from the dining room. I went there quickly and I opened the door. I couldn't believe my eyes. An enormous monkey
was eating the biscuits.
was eating the biscuits excitedly on the kitchen chair. Oh my God. Let's check. Okay. Oh, not bad.
No, this day was Sunday afternoon. I was watching a cookery program on TV when I realized how hungry I was. But of course, I was hungry. I hadn't eaten anything since lunch, and I had run a race in the morning. Biscuits. I thought my mother, y aquí nos dice que la 6 está mal, y nos dice que correct answer, my mother had. We use the past perfect simple to talk about single action completed earlier in the past. Okay. Given, my mother had
given me a jar of delicious homemade.
Okay. I went into the kitchen, opened the fridge, and poured some milk in a big glass. Then I looked for the kitchen chair, but it wasn't there. Somebody
had taken.
Somebody had taken. Somebody had taken. Y si no dice por qué, no. Somebody had taken. Alguien había tomado. Somebody had taken it away. Alguien nos había que quitado, retirado, se los había llevado, had taken it away. And there were no biscuits in the biscuit jar. In the biscuit jar. Somebody, alguien, somebody, alguien had eaten. Los había comido. Somebody had eaten them all. Alguien se los había comido todos. I was sure. I was sure. Yo estaba seguro que yo had put, los había puesto. I was sure I had put the jar there the previous day, and I had eaten only one cookie. It was very strange. A few minutes later, I was drinking my glass of milk when I heard a loud noise coming from the dining room. I went there quickly and I opened the door. I couldn't believe my eyes. An enormous monkey was eating the biscuits excitedly on the kitchen chair. Very good. No estuvo mal. It's good.
Not bad.
Perfecto. Pero tenemos otro más y nos dice choose the most suitable answer for each gap below. Los primeros 5 los va a hacer Mauricio. Then the other 5. Oh, mira. Look,
Yes.
I was very late. When I arrived, the conference
Was already starting.
2. When he heard the police knocking on the door, he under the bed. When the police knocking on the door,
He had hidden.
he had hidden under the bed. Number 3, the police arrested him because he, again,
Had carried.
a gun. When they arrived at the police station, he said that he anything wrong.
Wasn't doing.
When he said that he loved me, I knew that he,
Was lying.
okay. Palmira, your turn, please. Number 6. I looked at him and I knew he in a fight because he had a black eye.
He had been in a fight.
He pulled out a gun and everybody away.
Run.
He pulled out a gun and everybody ran away. When I was a child, we anywhere at weekends. It was boring.
We never went.
When he retired, he in the company for more than 50 years.
He was.
I to the road and we crashed.
I wasn't paying attention to the road and we crashed.
Very good. 5/10. 5/10. Your score, 50%.
Oh my God.
It was very late. When I arrived, the conference had already started. I was very late. Cuando llegué, la conferencia ya había comenzado. Usamos el pasado perfecto. We use the past perfect simple to talk about single action completed earlier in the past. Action completed earlier in the past. In this case, The conference started before I arrived. Vean que comenzó antes de que yo llegara. I was very late. When I arrived, the conference had already started. Ya había comenzado. ¿Ok? ¿Sí está claro?
Yes.
When he heard the police knocking on the door, cuando escuchó que estaba tocando la policía a la puerta, he, vean, eres,
He,
hid under the bed, se escondió. We use the past simple to talk about past events in chronological order. The main events of a story. First, he heard the police. Primero escuchó, luego se escondió debajo de la cama. Okay. The police arrested him because he was carrying a gun. La policía lo arrestó porque él traía, he was carrying, estaba cargando, traía una pistola. We use the past continuous when a longer action, was carrying a gun, is interrupted by a shorter action in past simple, arrested. The police arrested him because he was carrying a gun. Porque estaba cargando, traía una pistola, was carrying a gun. When they arrived at the police station, he said that he hadn't done anything wrong. Vean, cuando llegaron a la estación de policía, él dijo que él no había hecho nada malo. He hadn't done anything wrong. We use the past perfect simple to talk about the earlier past events which happened before the main event. First, he did or did not do something wrong. Primero, él hizo o no hizo algo malo. Luego, lo arrestó. When he said that he loved me, I knew that he was lying. We use the past continuous for action in progress in the past. When he said that he loved me, the action of lying was in progress. I looked at him and I knew he had been in a fight because he had a black eye. Vean, lo miré, lo vi y supe que él había estado en una pelea, ¿verdad? Porque tenía su ojo a black eye, un ojo negro. Y aquí nos explican. He pulled out a gun and everybody ran away. Ran away. Corrieron, obviamente, no se iban a esperar que disparara, ¿verdad? When I was a child, we never went anywhere at weekends. It was boring. We use a past simple, never went, to talk about past habits or past states. Algo que hicimos, ¿verdad? Cuando estaba chico, cuando era niño. We never went, nunca fuimos a ningún lado en los fines de semana, era aburrido. When he retired, he had been in a big company for more than 50. Cuando él se jubiló, él había estado en una compañía por más de 50 años. Si nos dicen, we use the past perfect, simple, with stative verbs to talk about states or situations that had started earlier in the past. We often use how long, for, since, always, etc. ¿Ok? Y por último dice, I wasn't paying attention to the road and we crashed. I wasn't paying attention. Estamos viendo el past continuous. Pues no me estaba fijando, no estaba poniendo atención, no me estaba fijando, ¿verdad? I wasn't paying attention. No me estaba fijando en mi camino, en la carretera y crashed. Pegué. Está bien, aquí aprendemos algo que a lo mejor se nos había olvidado y pues lo aclaramos. Entonces, pues es todo lo que... Ah, no, tenemos un ejercicio más. A ver, cabo es práctica y tenemos tiempo. Dice, fill in the gaps with the most appropriate narrative tenses of the verbs in brackets. Past simple, past continuous, or past perfect simple. Y tenemos otros 20. Son muchos. Bueno, a ver, chequenlo bien. Y va a comenzar ahora Palmira. Los primeros 10.
Okay. Let's start it. This story is based on true events that happened many years ago
A ver,
in Scotland.
¿qué le vamos a agregar? Nada más así.
Happened, yes,
Many
many years ago in Scotland.
years.
One day, Mr. Clark was walking home with a smile on his face. He was carrying something very valuable on his hand.
He was
Tickets for a long journey. After many years working and saving, Mr. Clark saved all the money he needed to take all his family to the United States. Earlier that afternoon, he bought all the tickets that now he is holding in his hand. It was the opportunity of their lives. The United States of America, he repeated aloud just to see how nice is it. How nice is it?
how nice it. How nice.
How nice is it? How nice it?
How nice it.
How nice it? Sounding was no. How nice is?
Repeat it aloud. He repeated aloud just to see how nice it.
How nice is? Sounded? No. How nice is? I'm not sure in that sentence. I don't know if it's past simple or past continuous.
He repeated aloud just to see how nice it.
It
Ponemos en simple past. Ok.
sounded, yes. A few days before their departure, Mr. Clark's son was playing in the street when a dog bit him.
Although bite him.
Bit. The past simple or bit is bite, right? Or how do you pronounce it?
Sí, bit.
Yes, bit him, yes. The doctor went to their home and now it's Mauricio's turn.
The doctor went to their home and ¿qué es el threat?
¿Cómo tratar?
Y el wound,
Eso sí no sé.
¿qué es el wound? La herida, ¿verdad? Wound.
How do you say treat in past simple? Treat?
Perdón.
Treated?
Wow. A ver, otra vez.
Treat in past simple. Treated.
Treat. I don't remember, pero parece que sí. Treat.
Only ed at the end.
Treated.
We need to add treated.
Treat. Treated. The child wound. La herida. Dice, the doctor went to their home and treated the child's wound. Then he hang. ¿Qué era el hang?
Como cargar.
Colgar, hang, cuando colgamos algo, ¿o qué más? Pues colgar, dice, ahí, no veo. Then he a yellow sheet on their front door. Es como, sí, colgar, poner algo. Cuando colgamos algo, alguna ropa, alguno. El hang es colgar cuando colgamos el teléfono, ya lo dejamos, o cuando colgamos algo. Then he,
Is irregular verb? Hang, hang, hang.
Yes.
then he,
Think hang a yellow sheet on their front door.
¿sí? O hanged. ¿Con ed o sin ed?
Me la juego sin id.
Oh. Then he hanged a yellow sheet on their front door. That yellow sheet meant
Mm,
they
They had
had
um,
que es el quarantine, en cuarentena.
cuarentena.
That yellow sheet means that they le puede ayudar Palmira, no se preocupe.
Uh,
That yellow sheet meant that they, ¿qué decimos? That they
Just
just where?
were in quarantine. Just were no.
De just solo estaban en cuarentena.
just
Being, just being quarant. Yes, exactly.
okay, quarantined.
Quarant-
They had to
They
stay.
home for 2 weeks because of the possibility of rabies. 5 days later, Mr. Class was at the dog. What is dogs?
Dogs, pues yo entiendo que son los gansos, los patos, los dogs. Pero si hablará de eso.
Mm,
Ay, perdón.
He left the
he
house and now
¿Cómo?
left the past tense of leave left.
A ver, otra vez, es que me dio esta tos. A ver, decía, ya ni supe. They had to stay home for the week because of the possibility of rabbit. 5 days later, Mr. Clark was... Ah, ok, ¿dónde estaba Mr. Clark? No estaba con pato ni nada. Mr. Clark estaba en los muelles. Puede ser muelles. 5 days, a ver. They yellow children in the quarantine. They have to stay home for 2 weeks because of the possibility of rabbit. 5 days later, Mr. Clark was at the dogs. He,
had left the house.
pero ¿qué dijimos que eran los dogs?
El muelle.
Puede ser un muelle porque, pues sí, ok.
Bueno, no, fuera de su casa.
He
Had left the house.
si está had left o left, nada más. He had left the house and now.
Had left.
Ok, no hacemos had left. Had left the house and now
He was watching their sheep.
he was watching their sheep leave. to the United States without him
With-
or his
oh.
family.
Entonces la 15 sí es left.
Okay. When
When the ship
When the ship disappeared, past tense,
disappeared in the horizon, he stand up,
así como está stand up, or ¿cuál es el paso de stand up?
put up,
¿Cómo?
stood,
Así,
stood,
stood up.
yes,
Ok. Ahí va a quitarlo, pero no me da la opción. Ok. He stood up and
went
back
back.
home crying.
a few days later, the tragic news spread throughout Scotland. The
The
panic.
Had, no, what is sink? I don't know what is sink.
¿En qué es hundirse?
Oh, had sink,
had thing
sink taking hundreds of lives with it.
Had, sink, así como está.
No, the past participle.
Sink, sank. ¿Qué más es el paso?
Sunk, had
sunk.
sunk, since and sunk. Yes, taking.
of lives with it. A ver, vamos a ver cómo nos ponen estas 20.
Oh! Oh my goodness.
6 sube a 10.
This story is based on true events that happened many years ago. Is in Scotland. One day, Mr. Clark was walking home with a smile on his face. He was carrying something. Es que lo escribí mal. Falta la Y. Sí está bien, entonces quitamos una. Ya son 13. Es que me faltó la A, la Y.
Yes.
He was carrying something very valuable in his hand. Tickets for a long journey. After many years working and saving, Mr. Clark
Had saved. Yes, had saved. Había ahorrado. Yes.
había ahorrado, okay, had saved all the money he needed to take all his family to the United States. Earlier that afternoon, he
Had
bought
bought.
He had bought, estamos en las 5. He had bought all the tickets. Había comprado, dice, earlier that afternoon. He had bought all the tickets that now he, ¿qué era aquí? Was holding, possibly. Was holding,
Yes.
¿verdad? Was holding in his hand. It was the opportunity of their lives, the United States of America, he repeated aloud, just to see how nice it sounded in his ears. After a few days before the departure, Mr. Clarkson was playing in the street when a dog bit him. The doctor went to their home and treated the child's wound. Then he
Had and he hunt. Okay.
Then he hung. Es que aquí estaba igual, ¿verdad? Y era pasado. He hung a yellow sheet on their front door. That yellow sheet meant that they had just been That they had just been. Vean, faltaba el had just been quarantined. They had to stay at home for 2 weeks because of the possibility of rabies. 5 years later, Mr. Carr was at the dogs. He no era left y lo quitaron, ¿verdad? He had left. Y sí lo tenía correcto, pero dijo, no, creo que es nada más left. He had left the house and now he was watching their ship leave to the United States without him or his family. When that ship
Had disappeared.
disappeared. No, a ver, es que yo me equivoqué de nuevo. Disappeared. ¿En qué me equivoqué en la escritura? Vamos a verlo. Doble P, ¿verdad?
Yes.
Sí.
Disappeared. Ok, otra más buena. Disappeared in the horizon. He stood up and went back home crying. A few days later, the tragic news spread throughout Scotland. The mighty Titanic had sunk, taking hundreds of lives with it. Bien, lo hicieron bien porque aquí eran 14 y ya de 14 sube a 70. 14, 70, 60, 80, 1890 y ya 100. Sí, sería aquí 70 y aquí serían 14. Está bien, un 70%. Se me hace bien. Lo hicieron muy bien.
We need to practice more of that sentence because we are getting a little confused.
Ya, a little bit confused. Ok, pues es todo. Es todo lo que vamos a hacer por hoy. Recuerden que mañana es para revisión. Ni siquiera revisar lo que enviaron o quienes enviaron, porque pues ni tengo tiempo. De mis otras clases he iniciado, pero mañana lo hago por eso, por esta razón. For the reason we have the day off. For the reason we have the day off tomorrow. Ustedes son nuevos, you are new, but in other courses, in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Friday, no, apenas tengo, I have just the last two courses that I have the Friday off because I don't have time to check the activities. And I asked my boss that I needed time. I talked to her and I said, I can check all the activities because I don't have time. I work in the morning in another job and my time here at ICTEA is in the afternoon. It's full of time for me. I have class, one more class, and I don't have time to check my activities, and I did one day. And she said, okay, that's great. One day, yes, on Friday, because I need one day, maybe on Monday or on Friday or Wednesday, I don't know. And I choose the Fridays.
All right.
Me amontona bastante y no tengo tiempo, la verdad. Ok, pero
Está bien, teacher. No worries, we're fine.
espero sus actividades y nos vemos el próximo.
Yes. Yes, teacher. Thank you so much. Have a good weekend.
Okay.
Bye, Mauricio.
Bye.
Bye, Maria.
Bye.
Bye.